Good evening, and welcome to this special industry report. Tonight, we are breaking down a phenomenon that has completely blindsided the major gatekeepers of the global entertainment business. In 2018, a 14-year-old girl walked off the stage of The Voice Kids UK after failing to take home the grand prize trophy. To the casual television viewer, it looked like just another brief reality TV moment destined to fade into obscurity, as so many do. Mainstream executives assumed she'd follow the unfortunate trend of most talent show alumni, quietly disappearing after the cameras stopped rolling and the studio lights went dark. But what happened next defied every traditional rule in the modern music business playbook, sparking an unprecedented shift in how commercial viability is measured. Instead of chasing fleeting pop trends or signing a predatory contract with a corporate conglomerate, this quiet singer from Wigan took a completely different path. Today, in 2026, the music industry is scrambling to understand how she quietly built a massive global empire completely independent of the standard Hollywood machine. Why are major record labels suddenly studying a 22-year-old independent artist to fix their failing business models? The answer lies in a calculated string of independent business decisions that turned a standard talent show rejection into a masterclass in modern brand building. Industry insiders are now forced to reckon with the fact that traditional television exposure is no longer the pinnacle of success, but merely a stepping stone for those smart enough to own their own destiny. When a young artist gains sudden exposure on a major reality television network, the corporate wolves immediately close in with ironclad contracts designed to extract maximum profit for minimum creative freedom. It is a highly demanding system that has caused countless young stars to experience severe burnout, with serious accusations surfacing year after year regarding the industry's lack of care for underage talent. Yet, while most families are blinded by the immediate glare of Hollywood fame, her inner circle saw the corporate trap from a mile away. Instead of signing her rights over to a major media conglomerate that would dictate her wardrobe, her relationships, and her sound, she made the shocking decision to partner with an independent entity called Cavendish Records. Behind the glitz of television talent shows lies a predatory system that most teenagers don't survive, but her team orchestrated an unprecedented escape plan. This calculated move allowed her to completely bypass the standard pop star requirements of provocative outfits, forced media feuds, and generic, auto-tuned radio tracks. They chose instead to build her career album by album, focusing entirely on timeless emotional delivery and artistic integrity. It was a massive financial gamble that mainstream industry insiders openly laughed at initially, predicting she would be forgotten within a year. Instead, this rebellious refusal to conform to the corporate pop machine laid the foundation for an unstoppable, highly profitable business model that is now turning heads across the globe. Our investigative team took a deep look into the digital metrics driving this phenomenon, and the data is nothing short of staggering. While mainstream labels were spending millions of dollars trying to force-feed generic pop songs to an indifferent public through paid radio play, this independent team turned to digital platforms to build an absolute shadow empire. They realized that high retention, pitch-perfect vocal performances could trigger distribution algorithms far more effectively than any expensive, manufactured PR campaign. By releasing consistent, breathtaking performances of iconic ballads, her digital platform didn't just grow, it experienced an absolute explosion. By the time 2026 arrived, she had quietly amassed over 1 million subscribers and a staggering 1.5 billion views across social media without a single dollar spent on traditional marketing. While Hollywood spends millions forcing manufactured tracks onto the radio, a quiet digital strategy has captured an audience larger than the population of most countries. The true shockwave for music executives, however, is the audience retention and monetization data. Unlike standard viral creators who accumulate millions of empty, low-value views on short-term video clips, her audience engages with long-form media from start to finish. This hyper-focused engagement generates some of the highest ad revenues in the digital music space, proving that a loyal, dedicated audience is infinitely more valuable than a fleeting viral trend. However, maintaining this level of explosive global growth without the backing of the usual Hollywood publicity machine naturally sparked intense online speculation and rumor mills. For a period, confusing narratives and misinformation swirled across internet forums, with some users even mixing up her name with tragic, completely unrelated medical headlines from years past, leading to frantic public searches regarding her safety and well-being. Other industry skeptics speculated that her flawless, pitch-perfect internet videos had to be the product of massive studio trickery or artificial enhancement, unable to comprehend how an independent artist could achieve perfection without corporate intervention. In an entertainment culture that weaponizes toxic drama for clicks, her total refusal to play the media game sparked a frenzy of internet speculation. The industry simply couldn't fathom how a young, independent artist could pull in numbers that rivaled major label superstars without a single piece of tabloid drama or a manufactured public meltdown. But the reality exposed by her subsequent career moves proved far more fascinating than any internet conspiracy theory. Her total lack of scandal wasn't a weakness. It was a deliberate, highly calculated financial asset that kept the focus entirely on her artistic capability, effectively insulating her brand from the volatility that destroys most modern pop careers. The definitive turning point that silenced the online skeptics altogether occurred when she stepped away from the safety of the recording studio and walked directly onto the legendary stages of London's West End. Taking center stage at the historic Theatre Royal Drury Lane and anchoring the original studio recording of Rosie the Musical, she proved to the world that her vocal power wasn't just an algorithmic trick or a product of clever audio editing. The ultimate test of digital fame is whether internet views can translate into expensive physical seats, and her sudden theatrical pivot completely blindsided the critics. This was a high-stakes transition that many modern internet influencers fail at miserably, primarily because singing in front of a live, highly critical theater audience requires absolute, unedited talent and immense psychological endurance. By conquering the theatrical world, her team unlocked a completely new, highly affluent demographic of consumers. These are fans who don't just stream music for free on their phones. They buy premium physical merchandise, subscribe to exclusive fan clubs, and willingly travel across international borders to witness a performance. This pivot effectively transformed her from a viral internet singer into a prestigious, high-yield cultural brand with immense commercial staying power. As we move deeper into the current landscape of 2026, that fiercely loyal global fanbase is turning her digital marketability into massive, real-world ticket sales. Our entertainment desk has been tracking the live music sector, and the contrast between her trajectory and the mainstream market is alarming. While massive, corporate-backed pop stars are currently forcing widespread cancellations of their stadium tour this year due to skyrocketing production costs and declining public interest, this independent venture is doing the exact opposite. While global music icons are actively canceling stadium tour due to low ticket demand this year, this independent venture is quietly expanding across European borders. With highly anticipated 2026 concert dates successfully locked in for prestigious venues in Geneva, Switzerland, and across France, she is proving that a clean, independent strategy can sell out international halls without a multi-million-dollar corporate marketing budget. Her team has effectively rewritten the blueprint for commercial success in the modern era, demonstrating that long-term career stability does not require an artist to compromise their personal values or surrender their financial independence to a boardroom of executives. This astonishing ascent leaves the entire entertainment establishment facing a very uncomfortable truth as they look toward the future. For decades, major record labels insisted that you absolutely needed millions of dollars in corporate backing, constant radio airplay, and a steady stream of manufactured controversies to become a globally viable music brand. Yet, a young woman from Wigan completely bypassed every single corporate gatekeeper by simply relying on undeniable vocal purity, intense work ethic, and smart digital distribution networks. If an independent vocalist from Wigan can dismantle the traditional entertainment gateway, it forces us to ask a terrifying question for corporate executives. Is the traditional pop star dead? She didn't need to win a reality show trophy because she ended up completely rewriting the rules of the entire entertainment industry. As corporate executives scramble to replicate this quiet, independent formula, one thing is certain. The balance of power has officially shifted, and the music industry will never be the same again. Reporting for our special music industry desk, we will continue to track this developing story. Good night.